Oh, Abaddon, how you doing, bro? The Dark Lord, how you doing, fam? Captain Kazol, how you doing, bro? Is it possible that Azeroth was supposed to be consumed during or around the time of the Black Empire, presumably when Xal'atath originally arrived here? But OG, sensing something in Azeroth when they were tethering to her, did not want her consumed or so soon. Thus, they imprisoned her. This also explains her and Azoth's making a bargain for her release. I think so. There's definitely a possibility of that, but even then, I'm still not convinced that what Xal'atath actually wants is the soul of Azeroth. Like, and I don't mean that because I know I use that word very specifically because Xal'atath says, the soul of your world shall be mine. But I don't believe that it's to control Azeroth. I believe it is to set her free. Now, that does not mean that Azeroth is aligned with Xal'atath. It might be that Xal'atath and the Void Lords believe that by setting Azeroth free, Azeroth will kick order in the nuts, right? And therefore, Void will be able to become strong enough to rule the galaxy. Azeroth might awaken and be like, nah, fam, what if I kick both of you in the nuts? It might be a calculation error on the side of Xal'atath, but we'll have to wait and see, right? Not yet, the Dark Lord. I got in very late last night. It was a short election campaign. Yeah, they basically just decided and there they go. It should work with voiceover. I heard that, Abaddon, yeah? Captain Kazul, yes, but you have to remember, if I'm saying to you what was denied me so long ago, unless you know exactly what I'm referring to, you can attach any meaning to that, right? So if Xal'atath says, the soul of your world that has been denied me so long will be mine, yeah? On the surface, what does that sound like? Sounds like she wants the soul of our world. She wants to corrupt or claim the soul of Azeroth. Fair. That's true. That's exactly what it sounds like. But it could mean a million other things. Right? It could mean a million other things. Remember, the only reason we believe that the old gods and the Void by extension cares about corrupting Azeroth is because the Titans said so. Not because the Void has ever said that. It's because the Titans said that. So when you're hearing those lines, you're hearing it through the lens of the Titans. That's why I'm looking forward to learning more about what Xal'atath is. I'm not suggesting that Xal'atath doesn't want that. She might want that. But it might also be something completely different. Right? It might be the power that is housed within Azeroth. It could be a million different things. Maybe the world soul was the friends and family we made along the way? No, that's not what it is. After all, she has been through Azeroth, is going to kick just about all the cosmic orders in the nuts? I think so. N'Zoth did offer to save us from what is to come. It's totally fair. We don't have a great frame of reference for her. I took it to mean in regards to her role as the Harbinger for the Void Lords who were consuming, destroying worlds. I think, Captain, the thing that bothers me is until we know the origins of Xal'atath, most of the lines of Xal'atath is always going to be a little bit dual nature. Right? Because think of it this way. Let's imagine for 2 seconds that right now the soul, and Domago, this goes for you as well because you seem to disagree with me. Imagine for a second this. Imagine right this very moment, the soul of Azeroth is in the grips of the Titans. Their forges are literally wrapped around Azeroth so tightly that Azeroth can barely breathe. Azeroth can't be free. She can't do anything because of the Titans. Now imagine Xal'atath is actually a servant of Azeroth. she came from Azeroth, she was born on this planet, then suddenly that line means very different things. The soul that's been denied me so long will finally be mine can literally just mean I came from her, she is my mother, and she will be mine again. I will free her from what the Titans have done to her, right? So until we know the origins of Xal'atath, it's going to be very difficult to say what she's talking about. But I'm not in any way discounting the fact that she could literally just be talking about she wants the soul, she wants to put it inside the Dark Heart, because you can imagine, if the soul of Azeroth is absorbed into the Dark Heart, there is not a power in the whole of the cosmological universe that can stand against her. She will be unkillable at that point. Tomago, she spent eternity again. So you're telling me, and that's all I'll ask, there is 0% chance that Xal'atath may actually be from Azeroth. Like 0. 100% 0. Cannot happen. There's no world in which Xal'atath can be part of the Void, but actually born on Azeroth. Because I can give you a story right now that will make that seem a lot more likely. Being on the run from the Titans, hunted by the Titans, Xal'atath realizes she needs a new power to help her fight the Titans, and thus she turns to the Void. Accepting the Void into herself gives her the power to withstand the Titans, and that is why the Titans are forced to lock her into the Blade, because they can't stand against the power that is Xal'atath, especially now that she has all of the Void. So Xal'atath being or serving the Void is only part of the story. It's not the whole story. Now, all of that is just made up, but it's to show you that there are layers to the story that until we find out more, it's very difficult to make a concrete decision and go, yep, that's what this is. That's the only reason I'm keeping an open mind, is because I don't know anything about her origin. So, for example, if I asked any of you, where is Xal'atath from? Can you give me a definitive answer as to where Xal'atath is from? Ohio. Holy, the bandages can mean a million different things. You can't say she's 100% from Koresh, because it might be that there are numerous harbingers. As we've just discovered, there is likely numerous Thragar, Magnis, speakers of Azeroth. They've all just failed, right? Victor, thanks for the sub, man. Really appreciate you. I think Azeroth is a big kobold. The body isn't even hers. She is hot. Definitely Polish lady. Chrissy, I guess that's also possible. Are Polish girls hot? Of course, that's what I believe. Yeah, Holly, of course. It's perfectly fine, right? And I'm open to everyone's beliefs here. That's the point of this channel, is for every one of us to provide our theories. But I think what is very important is always to remember that until we have definitive proof, what we have is just theories. And it's really fun to discuss this with you. That's why I'm standing here discussing it with you. But don't cement yourself in theory, because it's going to make it impossible for you to adapt your theory if new information comes out. And instead, what you're going to try and do is twist the information to fit your theory, rather than your theory wrapping around the information. That's why I said, right now, I could literally sit here right now and make a video saying Xal'atath is serving Azeroth and believe it. But I can also make a theory saying Xal'atath is trying to kill Azeroth and believe it. Because right now, it's sort of like, I don't know. I don't know where she's from. I don't know who she really is. I just know that she doesn't look like she served the old gods. It looks more like they had a bargain with each other. And if the old gods served the Void, that's a whole different discussion. Because then you have to go, well, did the old gods actually come from the Void? Well, maybe not, because there's evidence that they are decay. But they could also be of the void, right? So there's multiple answers there. So it's sort of like keep an open mind, allow the story to play itself out, and then as more information comes our way, we will adapt. Like, trust me, you guys will force me to adapt. I know this because I've made these videos for you guys for a long time. The second I put out a video, there will be someone that goes, but actually, oh, dude, did you see this new information? That's clearly suggesting something new. And then together we adapt our theories and we move to a new direction, right? Azeroth's a kobold, and that's a fact. That the big ball we see in visions is her candle. When kobolds say, take candle, they mean leave Azeroth alone. Wow. All right. I mean, that is some fucking concrete logic right there. I can't disagree with that. I think we saw her real form in the first animated short Blizzard released before launch. What, Azeroth's real form? And if we want to look at it from another angle, Aquilon, we could, likely of course, consider the possibility that Bargain was actually a means of hiding Xal'atath from someone something, which could also have interesting implications. Ooh, that is interesting. That is very interesting. Hide from who, if you were to guess?